crappie, 55-ish. show. Ten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're good, Sean.
You know, I've been here for about an hour, but the sun, what's that? Come on.
Greg, you're clear. Stand by, box. Box.
Hey, good. How about yourself?
Good.
Good. Looks like it might be getting a little earlier of a start today than advertised. We'll see.
And we're break.
My photog went for a walk.
Where?
I don't know, I texted him.
Oh, okay. Okay. What were you reporting on this morning?
The kids.
Oh, yeah.
What were you guys on?
We didn't
No,
have a
Bill's
reporter.
gone.
Bill's on vacation and Say called in sick, so,
Oh, no.
so we didn't have a morning reporter this morning. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, is that lost headset? And then I lost this communication. I thought it was on, but then it died.
2.5.
You were correct. Okay, what's the next stage for me? Like 35 or something? Camera 3 is going to be main monitor bump coming back. Yeah, camera one is going to be Jeff Allen. Killing.
Getting somebody's way.
Yep, she's done. Show the bird on 3:45. Less than a minute till a bump, less than a minute till a fish pond bump. Coming out to camera 3,
Less than a minute.
and we're going to the fish pond, Steve Strom, and camera 1, tossing your new. You're cutting out, whoever that is.
You guys know what my beach DNR?
Freeze up, cube. Stand by.
Stand by, bump.
Steve Strom, you're hot. Stand by, 1. Strom, you're clear.
You're being all careful with some of them, and then the others they just plop in.
It'll take for you guys about 9:30.
Yeah.
This is my whole favorite. That's great.
It could be worse.
I know.
How you doing?
Good. How about yourself? Good.
Easy day.
Not too bad. I
First
won't
day, great.
complain.
How's it?
Yeah, our first fair.
I'll take this one.
First of many. Yeah. And it's not raining, so I'm okay with that too.
It's not supposed to rain for like 2 weeks, basically.
I'm okay with that.
Pretty-
I got my share.
I should watch my mouth.
We've gotten our share of rain this year.
Yes.
And it's not too hot yet. They're doing buckets now. What's the difference between doing the net and the bucket?
Maybe they're less fragile fish. I really don't know. I'm not much of a fisher person.
The fact that there are people here to watch this is a little crazy.
Well, I don't know where they're all coming from.
What?
All the people. I mean, it's
People who work for fairs, you know, have
well, that could be. You're
because
probably
there's a
right.
lot of like, yeah. That's my son. Let's see if they have my DNR.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Except for that guy in the pin hat, that guy's a dead kid. He just got it.
Oh.
He just knew what's up.
Huh.
Not today, but yeah. There's some things I gotta check out at gate 16, blah, 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 you know. I gotta check. You won't? How come? Okay. Fair enough. How you been?
We're coming out to you right after we have animation to your shot. This is gonna be
2 minutes.
all of them.
Yep.
Kelly. No.
Yeah, well.
Just Shane and Kelly. And during the package, out back Shane both those.
I don't see any more fish coming out, so not bad for an event that starts at 9:30, right? So it's about to start.
But now we need someone to music.
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't read that. Okay. Depends on what's it gonna happen.
I literally don't know, but I need sound from the
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, but you could probably gather. I don't have the microphone off, so I can try and get that.
I'll see what I can find.
Okay.
Everything does. Every walk you make in life, it's the way it is. But, you got it. Okay, you do that. Thank you for calling. Yeah, we'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
More bumps.
I don't know that I do.
They're bringing more trucks.
Oh, okay.
And they're gonna line this sidewalk.
Okay. Cool.
And then once that's done, they'll do interviews.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Just tell me when I'm in your way.
Don't worry about it. I shoot around you.
You don't have to do that when I know what you're doing.
We're not done with the trucks.
There's that Australian potato lady over there. You know that Australian lady that does those potatoes with all the toppings and stuff like that? That's her. Really good. Yeah. And of course, we got the garden guy that's from Australia too, so they connect right up.
That's funny.
The field hot dogs over? Yeah.
No, I listed you at 5.
Because you look familiar.
Well, if you wake up early.
Well, I do because I start at 4:30 at gate 16.
Oh,
I work all the fair.
Oh no, at here. Okay.
I work all the fair events from the horse shows, the two-car shows, the Welcome Back to Summer show. Yeah. And I come out here every year to watch it. I brought my grandkids maybe 2 years ago. Am I bothering you?
No.
2 years ago, it wasn't a big deal. But I like it, and I can't wait till. Yeah, I start at 4:30, then in all the vendors and turn the lights on. There's no traffic going, and at 2 o'clock, I'm gone. There's no traffic going home. It's perfect.
Perfect.
So you work in the morning too?
Yes. I get up at 1:45. How time you get up?
Well, not quite, but I usually get about 3:30. But
You are hair and makeup, right?
yeah, I've got up that early. I spent 29 years in the Army, so I get up that early always. And I got this job by mistake. We were in Palm Springs, if you don't mind me telling you. We're in Palm Springs
I might ask you if I can do an interview.
10 years ago.
Let's do that now. Here, I'll get a mic.
10 years ago. And my son goes, and I retired probably 52 because of the time I spent in the military. And he said, Dad, they're hiring at the St. Paul. I said, you're kidding me. I said, I wasn't going to work. Sign me up. And Dave, that runs Gate, Dave Woodis, came and said, you want a job? I said, I took it. The first year I scanned, and it wasn't that, okay, standing 8 hours, not 8 hours, you'd get a break, blah, blah, blah. Scanning, but then Dave asked if I was the first one. I wear a different colored shirt than blue, it's green, called the Ambassador. And I sit outside the gate and help people with buses. You would be surprised, maybe you wouldn't be, how many people come out the exit and say, do you remember what bus I got? I'm not kidding. And you talk to them, you help Gloria Day, and you see this and this. Well, you're over here, or UM bus and all that. Yeah. I'd have to be in my coffin to give this one.
Really?
I work 31 days a year. That's it.
How long have you done it now?
I got my 10-year pin this year at the meeting Saturday, but it's really 11 because of COVID. They took a year away, which I still can't imagine why why, but I get it. We didn't work.
How do you feel about being an interview?
You really want to do it? I would do it.
Okay. 1 second. Let me do it.
Okay. You're just going to ask me some questions?
Yep.
Okay.
1 second.
Wow. I saw you last year here, I think.
I'm here almost every year.
Yeah, I love this job. Even the horse show, which is pretty darn cold.
Oh, sure. Yep.
I see some of these fish. Are they going to wake up or not? I've never seen as many.
They put a fair number of them in before the advertised time, and some of them didn't fare
Oh, they
so well,
advertise
so-
this time?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know that.
yeah. Well, they said 9:30, but they started at about
I didn't
8.
even ask your name. What's your name?
Ron Stratton.
Jim Dave.
Bader.
Yep.
I'm a little nervous, but that's okay.
Oh, I kind of see one.
No hard questions. How you doing? So good? Yourself? If I was any better, I'd be too weak.
I know you do. He said he's going to have to be in the grave before he takes. Ready?
Yep.
So you'll look at me, pretend he's not here.
Oh,
Are you good? Okay, first and last name, and I just spell them out for you.
Ronald Stratton. Ronald R-O-N-A-L-D Stratton. S-T-R-A-T-T-O-N.
Do you like going by Ronald or Ron?
Ron.
Okay.
People call me other things. But that's okay.
Are they appropriate for the news?
Well, yeah, some of it, but most of the time, my whole life I've been called Bunny.
Okay. But so can we call you Ron? Would you be called Ron?
Yeah.
Okay. So you work here. But tell me why you're here right now.
Well, I like watching. I've been here since I came back Tuesday, just because I can't get enough of it. And I know so many people here. The guy that runs, the lady that runs 19, I believe 19 by the food stand up there. My first sergeant, many years ago, past 2 years ago.
Yeah. You can't get enough to stay there.
That's right. I love this watching. People don't know this. You know, a lot of people say, what I like about it, I like watching the different fish. I'm on another camp. The closest I get to camping, and that is the ice machine on the second floor, and I'm on the first. But I absolutely love this. Lots of fish come in, and there's so many different kinds, and it's quite a story, I think. And there's during the fair, you can come around and you can't get a see. Look.
So this is your celebrity front row.
Yeah, and then I'm going out now to date 16 to every it's not Ethiopian. Like I started in the morning. Like the vendors and blah blah blah. And I get to meet the vendors and just
What's your highlight?
Stand by, camera two.
Super Bowl and the state fair before it starts.
So you just have to watch the stock.com be all 11 years you've been working here?
No, this is the third one because I didn't know this. I didn't know they did this. And all of a sudden I'm here one day, 2 years ago. What are they doing now? And I said, oh, you have that fish, aerated fish tank, the truck. I said, wow, this is cool. Last year I brought my grandkids, or 2 years ago I brought my grandkids, and I think they were too old. They probably would have rather been somewhere else, but they're appreciated.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. Come to the fair. I'm telling you, it's a treat. It gets crowded. And my son last year came 7 times, and he has a 2.5-year-old now. But him and his wife, absolutely. I don't want to say they love it more than me, because I don't know if
Anybody does.
Because I've been here last week. I've been here 4 or 5 times. Just look around and see the progress of what's growing and all the shops. The last Tuesday there was nothing. Not even water. I'm just thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Don't worry about it. You're great.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
your time.
See, look at that. If you just talk to strangers, you might end up on the news.
Okay, I'm going to go and look at gate 16 because I think
Day 16, so that's right behind you the next 12 days.
okay, and I'm like I said, we got 3 in that.
And you're going to need a green shirt.
Taking on water. Oh my God. From the building, out that way, I'm always on the Bloomington side.
Okay.
Here and Barbara.
You're the guy holding it down.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, all I do is really help people, and they pay me for it. Are you kidding me?
I love it.
But
I need a job. I only work 31 days. Yeah.
They, I can't get over it. I really can't. Sounds sappy. I'm telling you.
I love it.
Now I've never had in my life. Spent 2 years in Vietnam, 6 months Desert Storm, and then I wasn't going to work. I'm not. But at 52, let me tell you, it's a lie. You got it.
Did you? Oh, how did you get it? It was open.
And I'll see you around. Don't forget me.
I'll be there.
Say.
Thanks.
God bless.
Yep, thank you.
Is it expensive?
I don't think you can ever do it.
So he's in Vietnam and this beats Vietnam?
Yeah.
Cool.
I would also.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually.
Depends where you were stationed in.
So I.
Were you in the army too?
No, my dad.
Oh, okay. In Vietnam? Okay, yeah.
That'll be fun. We were on Saturday. My husband knows somebody that's on the lake, and they had raisins.
That wasn't for me. I'm at the end of the show in about 10 minutes.
On the lake for demos, and so they let us take it as a demo. And so we were out there for 4 or 5 hours. It was fun. Very late.
Maybe you could get a little wetsuit and go in the water with her and do an interview live with her?
Because literally, like we were going,
Oh, yeah.
20 foot of water, and all of a sudden you're in. It just is like, it just goes like that. And yeah, and then like rocks, I mean, some good sized rocks.
Well, Bill is out of cell phone
yeah.
range
It's
and
like,
internet and all that.
Oh, my
Is
food,
what I'm told.
please.
So all the way up in
Not
New
that I
York,
would want mine, but
end of the Gunflint
maybe
Trail.
they'll charge us what we had.
So-
There was 10 of us on the.
Yeah, he's got a cabin up there
Yeah, and
somewhere.
stuff
Miss
that
the
Otis
first
and
days
we
of the
had
fair
lunch
for July.
outside. And,
I'm sure it wasn't planned that way now, was it?
yeah, it was a Saturday.
I'm just gonna see if I can't just push him over to the side.
So what'd you do this morning if you didn't have a reporter?
Bump shots over by the
It's a
the
long
kid
day for
way.
them.
The
Kidway,
Kidway.
okay.
Not midway, Kidway.
Okay.
And before that, a full moon shot. Cause they're talking about the
What percentage
what's that on?
doesn't don't make it?
Like 3%.
30?
3.
Three.
5. They mostly do fairly just fine in here. Yeah.
How do you know when to scoop them and when not to scoop them?
If you can see their sides or their belly. So like, I even like now I can just kind of look out. I can't necessarily see every fish, but I could see if I could see their sides because they're like usually silver on the sides and on the belly. So I would see like a little silver shine. I see a little out there actually. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. That's when they're having some problems. The move can be stressful for them, and they're kind of a lot of the ones that you see on their side right now aren't necessarily dead. They're just in a state of shock. So they just need time to wake back up, essentially. But they don't look really pretty while they're just laying on their sides, waking back up. And I can't explain to every single person what's happening, and so I just move them over to the corner, and they can wake themselves up peacefully. Yeah, peacefully.
The fish are gonna fall. Yeah.
How many fish are you going to put in here?
Like number? That's I never know exactly. I usually say about 20 to 30 species. Maybe 40. Sometimes that's just what they need to wake up is somebody touching them because they don't like that. Yeah. They're like, ah, run! And they're like, oh, okay, I'm fine actually, I'm awake. Just like a kid in the morning.
Won't wake up till mom comes in. Get up. Sit down.
Here comes another truck. Cool.
Foot or 28 foot down for clarity. That lake was really not that clear. It was.
See a table.
Yeah, well, you could see all of that. Yeah, but it was like, I don't know if it was just, it wasn't, we were one of the first boats out, so I was like, you would settled and it would have been where like our Pokemon, you could go out a long way. Look at that.
Bring this block.
Yeah, they do. These look bigger because they have like, they do stock Mille Lacs, they stock Grand Rapids, Tacoma.
2 minutes.
But usually they're like the fingerlings and it's kind of cool to, I was in where they let us go in Grand Rapids.
So we only was gonna
It's small compared to everybody else. But they have them like, it's almost like testers. That's all you see. And there's like, thousands.
Thank you.
You know, you can see them, and then when they get so big, they all get filtered. Like, and then eventually they get into like a big, you want to call it like a canal, or like a water, or something like that. And then they get them all out of there and send them out to, well, some of them go to Lacs, yeah. But some actually, I think, go down to the other countries.
big boy.
Where is the short time? Sherry? Oh, yeah!
I'm Sherry Carpenko.
Nice to meet you. You were awesome to work with.
Thank you. This is Val from Grand Rapids. Thank you. This is the new Sally, Katie McKinney. You know, Dave, the new flower shop.
Good working with you.
buy those things? The tanks?
Yes, yeah, a lot of them you were probably involved in buying these. Yeah.
Probably about the net.
Well, the nets and the generally
Woo!
you help with all for sure. Yep, Mandy, yeah, she comes here. She's kind of having some issues. Yeah, so she's so you met her, maybe. Okay. Yeah, I know, exactly.
She ever gonna read?
We just have long and
I mean, seriously. No, they should have like 40 years. I said it like, yeah.
But alligators like the one in the south, like you get like techniques. No, they're not.
My father, my favorite thing is my father would do it.
I said, hey, we're working on it, chill.
Fix it. She goes, oh, they figure it out eventually. I go, I don't know what I
I
do.
mean, possibly. So let's just, you've got 4 big species. I guess.
We got lake sturgeon, muskie, codfish,
And the gar are probably those are probably big.
But I just
Load the big fish first and get back to the poultry. Yeah, big fish and small fish overall.
No, not this one. Yes, yeah, so the trout, they like to come early because those guys are driving us from the southeast, the hatcheries down like Lansborough, Peterson. And it's just easier for them to come in. Less crowded. Yeah. So they asked us here, like, can we come on in? Like, sure, why not? It honestly makes it easier for us because we're spreading them. So there he is.
She's gone with us. Don retired in 3 years ago. This year she'll be on. And then the rest of the food is all. No, some trout come from hatcheries. All the other species come from. But it is especially for the regular fish because they don't last in our pond because they do. That big musky in the bottom,
Yeah,
it chows them down.
we saw the one paddlefish litter.
Oh yeah. All right. How's it going, Jolie? They all know you by name over here. Purchasing. Jolie.
you don't want to see you get a violation.
I think you're on the most wanted list over there.
You have your safety card on you?
Yeah. It's a good idea to come over. I mean, I'm sorry you guys weren't able to come over. It's just,
I heard it was muddy and you couldn't see it.
That's the one that I know I've seen before. He's got the messed up tail. He's got like a little bump right here. It actually is really good. During some period. You're not tiny compared to these guys.
This worked out fine because we all came. All the guys That's why.
Oh, Chris Kavanaugh.
Yeah, he was there.
She was EWI.
I started out with OSB and then with DWR.
And I kept getting
Is that a fish or is that a fish? No.
I had corrupted her. Yeah, I corrupted her. She had a great boss. You know, as a supervisor,
Who said he'll come along? As long as I talk to the prayer.
like that one's my favorite. Oh yeah.
That's good. It's not even a blink in my eye right now. I don't have any hope. I can't even think about it.
Did you just whiplash?
Every time I turn around, she's in a bigger clothes size. I'm like, okay, wait. What just happened?
I made a mistake. You can see it.
Are they?
Are you looking for them?
We're waiting for her.
Genevieve's going to get pulled out. So do
Yeah.
you want to come
Yeah.
over? Okay.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Do you want to come over here? Should we do it here in the state?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Sure.
Yep, it's you too. All right.
You don't want to be late.
We're good? Wonderful. Yay. All right. I'm going to do some talking to people. You guys stick around and talk to them.
You want to just back up and aim this way, or okay? Or we could just have her put microphones down in the water and do it.
She's coming up for us.
Okay. Is this okay?
She's not going to stay in the water. So.
No. Test, test, test.
This is my last thing today, so.
Yeah, me too.
Normally I don't mind when it's too late, but I've switched you after you today.
Yep.
Morning. Here, I'm
I'm hoping you don't mind us putting the microphone
right
on
ahead.
you, and
Yeah.
I'm going to just
I
clip
am-
it onto your collar.
I
and,
am not
pour it across the back.
new to this.
Okay.
It seems right about this time of year. Everybody wants to talk to me, and then I go back into the shadows for the rest of the year, and
Or
then
should we put the transmitter in your pocket? Or,
I do not. But if
you wanna
it's
just hold on to it, that's fine too.
yeah,
If you're not going to put those waders down anymore, I'm going to just put it on your.
I can. Yeah, that's totally fine too.
Just noticed your fish earring.
Yes, I always wear them on Fish Move Day. Gotta make sure one of them likes to stick to me.
Try to see all the cords.
There we go. Am I good? Am I ready?
I feel like you're glowing.
Something. Maybe it's fish slime glow, but
Wiggle button there.
want me to button one more? Great, thanks. There we go. Sorry, a little bit of schmutz on my shirt, but tell everyone it's because I was busy working. Yes,
Spell your name for
I can. My name is Genevieve Fertner. I am the St. Paul State Fish Hatchery Manager for the state of Minnesota, and that is Genevieve, Fertner, Furtn, not M-N-E-R.
What were you doing in the water there?
Yeah, so today is Tuesday, August 20th, and it's also Fish Move Day, as we know it, in the DNR fisheries, and we were bringing the fish over for the fair.
How many fish do you guess are coming over?
People ask me that every year, and I usually say the better answer is how many species. We usually kind of hit somewhere between 30 and 40 species. Number of individuals, several hundred, could be up to 500 or so coming into this pond right here.
Do you try to mix up the species from year to year?
Try to. In the ideal world, we love to get every single species in Minnesota, but our smallest fish are, just a few inches long, and they tend not to be very easy to collect. So we usually end up with kind of the mid to larger size fish. Those are the ones that are easy for us to go out and get. Those are also the ones that will survive year after year in our holding pond, which is where these guys live when they're not at the fair. And so you'll tend to see a lot of the ones that you're pretty knowledgeable about. You'll see bass, you'll see sunfish, you'll see muskie, and of course walleye, our state fish. You might see some ones that you know about but maybe have never seen before. Our river monsters like the gar and the sturgeon and the paddlefish. And maybe there are some in here that you might not get to interact with as much but are still really important fish in our native fish ecosystem, like red horse. Red horse are our featured fish this year. There are several species of red horse throughout the state, and they are some of our native bottom feeders. So they tend to be kind of in the substrate, eating about, and they play a very important part of our native ecosystem. Most people know about them because they are also really good bait for like large fish fishing, like muskie. Yeah.
Do you guys do like educational talks or anything like that during the state fair?
Yeah.
People are looking at the fish?
Absolutely. Yep. So every day during the fair, we have pond talks, and those start at the 45 every hour, starting at 9:45, and then going to ending 4 o'clock in the day. So they run for 15 minutes. Start at the 45, go to the top of the hour, and if you happen to be here during one of those times, you can hear some of our great DNR staff telling you about some of the fish in our pond, maybe a little bit about the history of the pond, and then afterwards they're usually available if you have any questions or you want to share a fish story as well. So catch us at one of our pond talks.
Why do you feel like it's important to teach people about the fish?
Oh my gosh, I think it's so important. I mean, I'm biased, but I think the fish are the best part of the fair, and I love sharing my love of the fish with everyone. I think a lot of people in Minnesota are at least on average relatively aware of some of the fish that we have. We're a state where we have a very strong love of the outdoors, which includes angling, but they might not know everything about every given fish, and so we can't tell them everything about all the fish, but we can kind of maybe give them a few more nuggets that they can bring out with them. And maybe if they're ever out angling again and they see a fish that they'd never caught before but saw at the fair, they might know a little more about it. I think it's also important to raise awareness. So one of the reasons we chose red horse to be our featured fish this year is because they are an important fish in our native ecosystems, but a lot of people don't know much about them beyond they're good bait. And so we want to tell people that, hey, we love that they're good bait, but they're also doing some really important things in our native rivers. Yeah.
Will they help clean the tank and help you do a job while they're
they're not quite so diligent, and also this pond is some really cold water, which actually does benefit us in some ways. One of the ways that it is good for the fish is it helps them to be less bioenergetic. So they're kind of moving a little less, they need a little less energy. That makes them less stressed, but they're also not going to be like, just nom 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 eating all the way through. They tend to be a little slower in here. So they're kind of just hanging out.
Do you think there's something different about this display compared to like looking at cows or turkeys or chickens? Because these are wild animals. It's probably your only opportunity to see a wild animal.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, these guys are as wild as we can make them. You know, when they're not at the fair, we are mostly just leaving them alone all year. That's what they want. They're fish. They don't want us to handle them or anything. And so once they are done at the fair, we bring them back to the pond where they reside for the other 50 weeks and they just chill out. And so, you know, they do keep a lot of their wild qualities. And yeah, it's one of my favorite things about fish in general is, you know, the aquatic world is almost the closest thing we have to an alien world on Earth. And so I think that being able to see them and interact with them in this way, when it's much harder to do in the wild, you know, you can't always see them in the river. You kind of have to go out and fish for specific fish if you want to be able to see them. So being able to give the people the opportunity to check them out at the fair, and maybe they'll appreciate the fish a little bit more. And yeah, I think that, yeah, that's why it's important. So overall, it's just a great experience. Yeah. Great. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys. Should I?